So, before we know it, right, at some point in the future, at some point in our future, we will be watching the third solo Spider-Man movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And when we are watching that film, we'll finally be able to see the conclusion to the bomb that Spider-Man Far From Home dropped at the end of that movie, with Mysterio outing the identity of Peter Parker as Spider-Man. We're going to see the conclusion to that. We're going to see how it's handled. And there are two characters that could possibly be the person that helps Peter Parker out in that situation. Out of those two characters, which one is it going to be? Some of y'all ain't going What's good, gang? Y'all know what it is, so check it, right? We gotta talk about Spider-Man 3, or what we're gonna call for this video, the third MCU Spider-Man movie. Now, we're gonna talk about that movie in relation to a topic that has been beat to death. But boy, I'm about to beat it to death again, boy. Bow, bow, bow. You understand me? We in there. We doing it. Now, what we're going to talk about is the ending of Spider-Man Far From Home. Mysterio was a whole bitch for putting Spider-Man's identity out there. He gave the name and he gave a class photo. So there is no denying that the third MCU Spider-Man movie is going to have to deal with that. Now, don't do what you did at the end of Spider-Man Homecoming. Alright? Aunt May finds out Peter's Spider-Man, and the next movie is a joke. No. You better follow up with that, Marvel Studios. I'm going to have your ass.
I don't want to beat your ass, but I will beat your ass.
Now, with him being in that predicament, it could possibly lead to him needing a lawyer. In the Marvel comic books, there are a few different characters who alternate between superhero and lawyer. The two most popular ones that I know of is one, Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil, who is a lawyer in Hell's Kitchen, which is a borough of New York. And you also have Jennifer Walters, aka She-Hulk, who is also a lawyer. Now there's levels to this shit, because everybody on the internet, including me, we would like to see it be Daredevil, and not just any Daredevil. We would like to see the lawyer that gets Peter out of that situation be Charlie Cox from the Daredevil TV show. Because we all love that TV show. It's one of the best comic book television shows of all time, or comic book streaming shows of all time. It's really, really well done. And people have speculated that he could be the one to get Peter out of that jam. It makes sense, right? He's already in New York with Peter. His show is kind of connected to the MCU and kind of not. More not than is, but there's a little bit of linkage there.
A friend of yours came to see me the other night. The man in the mask.
Terrorist cop killer.
Says he was framed.
Yeah, I could say I'm Captain America, but doesn't put wings on my head.
And then you throw in the fact that Charlie Cox's contract is going to be up November 29th of this year. So that gives him a possibility to appear in Spider-Man 3 as the lawyer that saves Peter and gets him out of the BS that he got himself involved in. But I think it's not going to be Daredevil. I think it's going to be Jennifer Walters, She-Hulk.
See, now that's some bullshit.
Now, people are right now, you tripping, you smoking crack. What is going on with you? Are you shooting up?
You in here for some marijuana? Marijuana?
And I got to say, no. I am okay. I ain't got nothing in my nose. I'm all good. The reason why it makes sense for it to be Jennifer Walters instead of Matt Murdock is because reports are coming out from the early writing sessions of the She-Hulk Disney Plus show, because she is going to get a live action show on Disney Plus. And they're talking about how she's going to be a special kind of a lawyer in her series. She's going to be a lawyer for supernatural people. She's going to be a lawyer for people that are gifted. She's going to be a lawyer for people that ain't human, or at least ain't 100% normal human. And that lines up perfectly with Spider-Man 3, because you can introduce her in that film as a new character. You don't have to worry about the audience. Hey, did you watch all 3 seasons of her show on Netflix? Did you watch The Defenders? You don't have to worry about that if you're Marvel Studios. With her, you can bring her into the fold. She can have maybe 3 scenes as Jennifer Walters, and she can have 1 scene as She-Hulk, where either she fights Spider-Man or she helps Spider-Man. And that can also set the stage for her to have her own show be a bigger success, because audiences will have a history with that character. Now, somebody's going to tell me, Marcus, they don't have to set up She-Hulk in the Spider-Man 3 movie. She's already popular. I agree with you. I love Jennifer Walters. I've been rocking with Jennifer Walters since the 90s. I fucked with Jennifer Walters. But you'll be surprised at how many people don't know she's a comic book character. People thought that the name She-Hulk was something Marvel just made up for diversity. No, she's a real character. But you are going to have to introduce her in something else before she gets her own series, to make sure that people get the connection. People understand the character. People have a cinematic history with that character. And it also just makes more sense to do Jennifer Walters, because with Charlie Cox and his Daredevil contract, you have to be able to talk to Charlie Cox and get him to film several scenes for Spider-Man 3 after November 29th of this year. That's a big problem, because Spider-Man 3 is supposed to start filming later on this summer, like in the month of July. It's going to film in New York, Atlanta, and Iceland. That's a problem if you have to hold off on all of the lawyer scenes, on any sort of action sequence Daredevil is in. You got to hold off on it, and then have to wait till November 29th and negotiate a contract with Charlie Cox and hope to God that his schedule is free. No, that's doing way too much. And before anybody even say it, Marcus, they can recast. You know good damn well if they fucking recast, the people are going to be mad as shit. Ain't nobody going to be happy if they recast it. The best thing they can do is go with Jennifer Walters. I know y'all got y'all Charlie Cox officially being in the MCU. Lord Jesus, I'm a bust a nut. I know y'all got y'all excitement up to a 10. I feel you. I like him too. I rock with Matt Murdock. But it should be Jennifer Walters. It just makes a lot more sense. Remember that. Sense. Now, it's been weird. One hand over the heart, nigga. But it's been real. Get out of here, bitch.
4G's on the G. I